Good Tuesday evening, Southwest Arkansas. Let's talk about what's in store for this upcoming time frame here for the next 6 days as we go over today's outlook. First, starting off with the 6-day forecast, we can see tomorrow on Wednesday, most of the day it's going to be just like your usual spring day. It's going to be temperatures in the upper 70s and near 80 degrees and sunny skies. But as we really go towards that 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. time frame, we have that 60% chance of a few severe storms that will be a possibility there. That will mainly have a large hail threat, but we'll talk more about that here in just a minute. On Thursday, it's going to be sunny and clear skies. We get a little bit of a break for a bit with highs in the upper 70s and overnight lows in the mid 50s. Then on Friday, for the most part, it's going to be partly cloudy and dry for a lot of us. We have an update coming, or we're going to be talking about the newest update on Friday here in just a few minutes. But windy conditions will be likely with partly cloudy skies. We still have that slight risk in place, but we do have some good news around that. A few isolated thunderstorms will be possible, mainly in the eastern portions of our coverage area. In the afternoon and evening, we have a 20% chance of rain in place now, with highs around 80 degrees and overnight lows around 50. On Saturday, partly cloudy skies with highs around 70 degrees and overnight lows in the upper 30s, and a 30% chance of rain in the eastern portions of our coverage area. Sunny skies on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures will start to rebound on Sunday with temperatures, forecasted high temperatures being in the 60s and overnight lows in the mid to upper 30s. And then on Monday, they reach back up into the 70s, lower 70s, and overnight lows into the mid 40s. So real quickly, let's talk about the different outlooks that we have in place for our severe weather chances. This is going to be talking about Wednesday. So as you can see, let's zoom out here and show you the whole risk. We have a slight risk in place for pretty much almost all of our coverage area. That is a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. That goes up for Fort Smith, southeastern portions of Oklahoma, northeastern Texas over from Dallas to Texarkana, including portions of Shreveport. Outside of that, you have that marginal risk, that 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, just for any storms that can last any longer. Taking a look at this, though, the large hail threat, you can see we do have this significant severe hatched mark area. That's the main threat with this, is some large hail being a major possibility with these storms, and the potential for a few large, very large hail involved in this with some storms here as they move on later into that time frame. Then outside that, you see a little bit lower of a risk, and then that damaging wind risk will be possible as well with any storms that can bow out tomorrow afternoon. And then as always, there's a non-zero, it's very low, but there's a non-zero tornado threat across that slight risk area as well for portions of southwest Arkansas that we'll watch closely, but we'll continue to monitor that closely. But real quickly, let's talk about Friday. As you can see, the enhanced risk has moved a little further to the east to really include eastern Arkansas. It does still include Grant County up to Little Rock, and just outside of Malvern down to include Fordyce down further south as well. But really, zooming out, this is a really big risk zone, but the higher threat looks to be mainly in northeast Arkansas and eastern Arkansas. The reason for this, and we'll show you this here in just a moment, the front that we have, or the system we have coming through on Wednesday, helps push that moisture further south towards the Gulf, and that could allow that moisture return to be a little further east and could help really keep storms at bay across our area. Now, right now, at this time, the Storm Prediction Center still has a slight risk in place for all of our coverage area, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest, but we're going to continue to monitor that closely. All modes of severe weather will be possible. We'll have to monitor to see if that moisture can move further west, and if it does, that may increase our severe weather threat. But real quickly, let's talk about the data behind this and show you what we're looking at with this. So taking a look on the HRRR, first we're going to talk about Wednesday. This is using the HRRR 0000Z run, or the evening run. Remember, you're looking at the 500 millbar level heights and winds. Remember, this is about the mid-level upper atmosphere there. And one good thing to mention with this is really the main factors that really helps drive our weather. You have your troughs, which is these little dips in the jet stream, or these dips that you see here in the pressure lines. These black lines are those pressure dips, but you have your troughs, your low pressure systems, and your ridges. And as we move forward, this will be the system that we're watching as we go into the Wednesday time frame. It'll start to move towards us on Wednesday And as we get closer into the evening on Wednesday, you can see there's going to be a low pressure system that starts to develop and form in around the Oklahoma area here. And you can see this right over the Oklahoma area there. And that moves into Arkansas. That flows a little greater further south, but it starts to strengthen as it moves over us, or deepens as that low pressure system moves over us. So that'll give us some flow there and some energy there as we really go into the day, or into the overnight hours there on the Wednesday time frame. And we'll be on that exit region of the jet streak and jet stream there, or jet streak, and that'll put us in some give us some more flow up towards the northwest, or towards the out of the south west into the north there. Taking a little look further south, you can see there's still going to be a good indicator that there's still going to be some flow a little further south, or further, not further south, but further lower in the atmosphere. You can notice that there's going to be a little greater there's going to be some extra flow there with that. Now, if we take a look at dew points, we're going to zoom in here on our local region, on a regional wide area, and show you that with this, you'll start to notice as that low pressure system comes north, that dew points continue to start to move a little north here. The HRRR showing most areas being in the 50s, which still show and indicate some moist air, but really you want to be in the 60s, and we do briefly reach that there, but that moisture moves further north with that low, and you can see it kind of backs in there, but after that, it really puts it further south for the event on Friday, and we'll come back to that here in just a minute. But real quickly, let's take a look at what the HRRR model is showing for your precipitation chances, or showing for rainfall chances. And what we're meaning with these storms as we go throughout Wednesday, you'll notice throughout most of the day Wednesday, look at this. We'll start this off at 4 a.m. and look throughout most of the day. You're seeing dry and sunny skies, but really the atmosphere is going to stay capped. And what that means is basically it's like shaking up a Coke bottle and pretty much keeping the lid on it. All that pressure is built up, all this stuff is there, but what happens right when you take that cap off, the storms can start to build. So a few storms may be able to erode that and move into our coverage area. This is about 7 p.m., but really around that 8 p.m. time frame, you start to see a few storms that could carry a large hail potential, that damaging wind threat, and that really increases into the 9 p.m. time frame and into the 10, 11 p.m. time frame, where some very large hail will be possible. Those move out, and they may continue into the Mississippi area there by Thursday morning. But after that, that low pressure system moves out and sets the stage for Friday. But real quickly, one more thing we're going to look at, as always, we're going to take a look at the instability levels according to the HRRR and show you what that storm fuel could potentially look like there on Wednesday. So as we move forward, you'll notice we'll see some instability there. There's going to be some instability levels, or CAPE levels, there on the day. On Wednesday, you're seeing around 1,000 to 1,500 joules of CAPE, or energy, or storm fuel. That's what we usually, this is one of your factors that you need to help drive those storms. And you have that flow and shear, you have that instability there, you have some moisture there, but you have that cap in place, not CAPE, but cap in place. It's really going to help keep a whole lot of storms from forming. A few could form, and once again, we're going to have to monitor them closely, but it's mainly going to be a large hail potential, few damaging winds gusts with any storms that could try to develop there on your day, or in the overnight time frame there, early overnight time frame there for your day on Wednesday. So now real quickly, let's take a look at the European model for what it's showing for Friday. Remember, that moisture is going to get punted further south due to that system on Wednesday. And if we take a look at this, there goes that system on Wednesday. And then our focus sets towards this system and low pressure system. A stronger flow and a stronger system comes in on Friday. This is around the afternoon time frame on Friday. You can see there's this low pressure system that's deepening and strengthening. Either way, on Friday, it's going to be windy. You can see here, you're talking a jet streak of about 120 to 130 knots according to this, according to the European model, and that continues to move further northeast as we go throughout the day on Friday and into the afternoon there on Friday. And as you can see, That could lead to some good flow over southwest Arkansas and over Arkansas in general. If we look a little lower at the lower levels, once again, that you can see there's going to be some strong flow there. And once again, this just sets up day one of a multi-day severe weather chance further east across the southeastern portion of the country and really the eastern portion of the country on through the weekend. So if we continue to go further lower in the atmosphere, you'll notice that there's going to be some strong flow there on your day coming on your day in on your day on Friday. Now, taking a closer look here, once again, at those dew points and moisture, you see that moisture starts to move north tomorrow for your day on Wednesday evening, and then that gets punted south after that, and that'll allow, if you look at Friday, not a whole lot of moisture available currently, but as you go further north, there may be just a brief chance, but really it gets higher and more greater in that evening time frame across eastern Arkansas. So there could be a chance for a few showers and storms. We're still going to monitor it. There's a slight risk in place. What we're getting at is conditions just look a little more favorable at this time across eastern portions of Arkansas. Now, once again, we still have a chance of severe weather. We're still going to continue to monitor it and keep you updated. But just remember, conditions look a little favorable over eastern portions and maybe southeastern portions of our coverage area there. And if you look further into Saturday, that severe weather threat increases into the Alabama-Mississippi area into that Saturday time frame. So taking a quick look at what this is showing for precipitation values for us and rainfall. Once again, we're going to start this off through today and through Wednesday. This is the European model. Shows those storms developing. Remember, with the European model, you're not near as high resolution as the HRRR, so you're not getting these specific little storms here and there. This just gives you a general idea. Remember that's what model guidance does and model data does, is it helps give you a general idea, not the specific forecast, but a general idea to help you build a forecast. But I do want to show you what we're looking at and try to help you understand a little more about what we're talking about when we talk about these things, and show you some of the behind the scenes stuff with this. So that's Wednesday's event, Wednesday evening's event. Then most of the day on Friday, you start to see maybe some showers develop in the late morning and really picking up into the afternoon and into the evening time frame, really across eastern Arkansas. If you look, there's not a whole lot for us in southwest Arkansas. Maybe some showers near that afternoon time frame, maybe some storms, but it really starts to pick up maybe across our southeastern portions of our coverage area, potentially that late afternoon, late evening time frame, and then that moves through there, leading to maybe some rain showers once again on that Saturday time frame. Now, real quickly, let's show you the instability levels as well with this, because they're still going to be there as well. Once again, we're going to have that instability available, but once again, it's just that moisture may just struggle to be a little further south or a little further west, and it may be more east, and that may help us out here in southwest Arkansas. Now, if we take a look, this is that same time frame for Wednesday. You're still seeing a decent amount of instability and CAPE available there as well. Then as we go into Friday, you'll notice that those CAPE values do return and increase. Actually, this model has most of eastern Arkansas, and including some of our coverage area, in the 1,000 to 1,500 joules of CAPE, maybe even down into the 2,000 joules of CAPE or instability, and that's a decent amount of instability. I want to watch eastern Arkansas closely, but look over here in the Mississippi area. If this European model is right, that shows a lot of instability being available there in the overnight hours for the Mississippi area. So we'll have to keep a close eye on Mississippi. Once again, though, just continue to remember, stay weather aware. We're going to continue to keep you updated with the newest. As always, we're going to have more video vlogs as we get closer. A lot more posts between now and your day on Friday, and we're going to have more video vlogs coming out tomorrow. We'll be here we'll have our live nonstop coverage up throughout Wednesday and Friday as well, just to play it safe. Once again, we're going to continue to monitor newest updates, because things can change. they can very well change, and that moisture may be able to move a little further west. If it does, that could help increase our severe weather threat. Now, I still think there's, right at this time, the severe weather or the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk in place for Friday over southwest Arkansas. And once again, as long as they have that, we're going to continue to keep you updated, and we're going to continue just to treat it that there's a chance there. And hey, if it doesn't do anything for southwest Arkansas, that's lovely. This is always the type of time of year where you would rather be wrong when it comes to severe weather than be right, in terms of forecasting severe weather events. In terms of them, let's say not doing anything, that's when you want to be wrong. If you're forecasting what it could do and it doesn't do anything, that's when you want to be wrong. Or for me anyways, that's when you want to be wrong. You don't want to be right in severe weather when you're talking potential for all modes of severe weather, and you don't want to ever see that. If you do, you want to see it in open fields, away from homes and property and all of that stuff. So once again, that's going to bring us to the end of today's outlook. Just a quick overview of what we're looking at. Once again, we're going to continue to monitor Saturday or Friday closely for the chance of severe weather. Once again, eastern Arkansas looks to be the favorable area. Saturday looks pretty good for the Mississippi and Alabama areas as well. So stay weather aware as we go towards Friday. Also remember, tomorrow night we could have that very large hail potential, maybe damaging wind threat, and if it's a very, very near zero, but it's non-zero, basically. It's not zero, but it's very low in tornado threat that we'll have to watch closely, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest. As always, I do want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, and real quickly, I just want to say big thanks as always to Palmer's Roofing, Southern Dumpster Rental, and J&S Auto Supply, Bumper to Bumper in Murfreesboro, Landmark Insurance Agency, Patterson's Credit Union in Arkadelphia, Tan Energy and Nutrition in Murfreesboro, and Fort Smith Therapy. As always, make sure to check them out over on Facebook. Make sure to check us out on all of our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, and TikTok. And as always, have a good rest of your Tuesday. See you back here tomorrow with another look at the weather. And as always, have a good rest of your week. And thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.